He was going to ask to be the VP, and she wanted a cabinet position, and they were told no.
Guys, welcome to Dragon Quest 3 HD-2D remake. As far as I know, it's based on the old one. The old one, the third one, I believe it was called Seeds of Salvation. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. If I'm wrong, then you probably shoot me. Somebody will let me know for sure in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But this is a part of the Erdrick trilogy. Okay, and this is the first part, which is part 3. Okay, if that makes any sense to you. Then it goes part 1 and 2, or 2 and 1, I'm not sure, whichever. Whenever they come out, they'll come out. But they're on their way out 2025, the next ones of the Erdrick trilogy. Now, after they have them out, I'd imagine they'll start pumping out the other ones too, because I think Dragon Quest is up to 11, plus there's a bunch of spin-offs like Dragon Quest Treasures and a few other ones like that as well. Also, we're getting the best personality here in the beginning, called the Vamp. So I found a trusty guide on it, and it's a way to go through the questions to get the Vamp. Now, it's the best personality to get because when you level up and stuff, it levels them up pretty good. So I'm going to get that for the hero. And in order to get the Vamp, you have to be a heroine. So you have to be the female. Type B or whatever it is. So let's get into it.
But the point is like when you invest in hate to the level that you don't just get to come on TV and say, well, we've had a few differences. No, a few differences arguing over whether you want pro-choice schools or stick with the school. That's a difference of opinion. So, no, they need to go. Yeah. What they should have done is follow their sword and done the right thing. But they're still thinking there's an angle. All these networks are still thinking there's an angle.
They got mortgages to pay, Joe. You know, they did say, some people said that they were incredibly concerned they might face governmental or legal harassment from the Trump administration. I mean, that's the reason why they went.
Yeah, they're not getting stalked by anybody, least of all viewers. I think, well, the idea that we were getting calls. Yeah, they're getting calls from each other inside the house. Going to different rooms, like. I think the main thing is if you think someone is Hitler, you're not going to visit him in college.
Let's start with the normal difficulty, Dragon Quest.
So, I don't know. I hope on the way back they stop up at the street corner, because that's where wars belong, and that's what they are. Because they're just trying to get that cash and stay in business. And I agree with Tyson. I feel bad for the people who thought they really meant this stuff. And it's got to be shocking that they were told at the end of the world, and then you hear people say, well, we should have a huge transition. And then you hear these people say, well, let's not say anything rash. It's like, we said somebody was Hitler. You don't get more rash than that.
And they did say the world was going to end. They were using an extra language. Exactly. So, that's what I say. Because they're bitter.
Built by those who dare to dream, those who push the limits, those who serve. Still with those who stand for our freedoms, proudly offering a legendary salute discount every day. Recently, gear provided for our heroes, because it's more than the great outdoors. It's about honoring those who protect us. Last Patience, early America's best outdoor retailer. The Fox Station Black Friday sale is here. Okay, here we go. All of Fox Station's premium content is yours for only $1.99 a month.
Okay. I'm going to be shifting through the guide in here, so this is going to be a bit.
What you're about to see is incredible. The price is right. What better place to be than Fox Station? Now's the time to take advantage of the Fox Station Black Friday sale for only $1.99 a month. Go to foxstation.com and sign up today. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be seeing this.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be using this.
Let's see.
Possible 6-in-1 face cream for men. First of its kind anti-aging cream.
Capricorn is correct.
Fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles. Visit powerfulmen.com. Use the promo code on your screen.
Okay.
25% off when it's by order. Plus, we've got free shipping.
Here we go.
30-day money back guarantee. www.powerfulmen.com. Because seeing is believing.
When my doctor gave me Breasttreat for my COPD, things changed for me. Breasttreat gave me better breathing.
Yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes. So, 2 yeses, 1 no, 1 yes. 2 yes.
Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating.
Yes, yes.
Ask your doctor about Breasttreat. In the world's worst places, children with health conditions live in darkness and shame. They're shunned, outcast, living in pain. You can reach out and change the life of a suffering child right now. A surgery that takes as little as 45 minutes, and you're active.
Yes.
Please call, scan, or go online to give a new smile. Thousands of children are waiting.
Let me see if this will work.
To fund your business on time. When business is good, could be time to expand. Time for Biz2 Credit. Bills are piling up. You might need extra cash to get ahead.
Time for Biz2 Credit.
Our fast and convenient online process makes it easy to get the funding you need. When it's time to take your business to new heights, Biz2 Credit makes
Yes, yes, no.
Biz2credit.com/time. Call 800-200-2891. Biz2 Credit. Funding what's next.
Yes, yes, no, no, yes.
Hours post 9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I faced my PTSD, and I'm a better husband and father because of it. We help warriors get the expert care and support.
This should be it.
I got involved. I got to be an athlete again.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving anything is possible.
And it is it. Good, we're here.
.org/connect.
Queen's Treachery, this scenario is called. Okay.
Dead, says Brad. Yeah, get this. The British newspaper, The Guardian, wonders if the end is near for X, formerly known as Twitter, as progressive users deactivate their accounts because they hate Elon and Trump. This leads to something called Blue Sky.
We've heard so many times that there's this thing wrong and it's going to be at the this is even called Twitter.
Yeah.
This is the end of Twitter. Remember when everyone was like, this thing is going to last longer than Twitter or whatever. But it's like a cat.
Yeah.
They keep thinking it's going to die, but it keeps living. And I also just feel like because if you remember before Elon Musk, it was a lot of these people who were saying it's overhyped, the most engagement, and it was skewed more towards them. So, of course, they feel like they're not in that position anymore. They're like, oh, yeah, this is over, whatever. But it's not looking for them specifically.
I went over to Blue Sky. It's so strange. Basically, it's a place for people who don't want to face the election. So there's like Mark Cuban, George Conway, pictures of sea animals.
Yes. Yeah, XA is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think when your side hustle is flying rocket ships, I think your other business is doing fine. Okay? I think I've also established on Gutfeld that we need not to go to Britain for good ideas.
Yeah.
I've said this over and over again. I'm so sick and tired. I wish Marvel would get this through their head. Stop having the evil geniuses be British. They're not. They just sound good. They speak the King's English, but they're morons. We need, like to say, X has got so much, the owner of X has so much free time, he's working in the government for free. It doesn't sound like a guy's like, what's the numbers, guys? How's X doing? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, listen, you got your ass kicked. Blame the reps. Blame you didn't get any sleep. but don't blame X because X is doing just fine. We won't miss you.
Yeah. You know, Joe, they're already feasting on themselves on this alternative to X.
It's Chancellor.
40,000 disciplinary actions in just a couple of days to see like.
They're such drama queens.
Yeah.
That the type that they're posting on as they leave Twitter, their last tweet and testament.
2 yeses.
And it's got to be hard to type with one hand. While you're like, I'm too good for this world. I gotta go. And a blue sky sounds like something you chew on for erectile dysfunction. What they need is a platform where you don't post. All it is the pronouns in your bio. It's just you just keep changing the pronouns in your bio. That's all they want, and then they don't have to fight with each other. And I don't know. I just feel like them leaving. It's like, yeah, let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Go. It's like a Whoopi Goldberg sex strike. It makes everyone's life. It's like saying, I'm going to punish you by putting a new porch in your driveway. Go right ahead. Thank you.
Glenn, don't you think when they give, I think that a lot of these people are addicted to attention, even in negative kind. So they're going to come back when they see that they're not getting any response.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of blue sky for X, actually. And the only people that are leaving X are the crazed far left, and now I'm wondering where they're going to post their meltdown videos, which is unfortunate for the rest of us. But look, we got a president now. Everybody's going to be interested in what he's doing because President Trump does a lot more than eat ice cream, fall down on the beach, fall off his bike, sniff little girls' hair, and apparently bite babies. I just saw that one. But with X, what's so exciting about it is actually
Cool. First time I read that too, so it must have worked.
X over one of the most important things in free speech in my life.
I agree.
The previous owners of Twitter, they were down with the government, they were down with censorship, and if you want to see something wither and die, that's how you do it. You take censorship and big government. Now what we have is freedom, and freedom causes or allows things to blossom and to flourish, and that's what it's going to do.
Amen.
But I was going to say, for all this crying, all they had to do was call a libertarian. Like, talk to a libertarian. If you're a Democrat having a hard time but not winning, talk to a libertarian. Please.
Yeah, I'll die before that.
You're like Miami Dolphins.
I wish I understood that. All right, coming up, Latinos turn the tables when wokesters give them labels.
I really like these graphics, by the way. The HD-2D does a good job. Lots of eye candy in this. It's just really good. Nostalgia's through the roof on this one, too.
How about this? Wish you a lot of East. We wish you a lot of East. Come on, everybody. We wish you a lot of East.
Your dry eyes still feel green, rough, or tired. With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the number one cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation, or relieve them. Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. What does treating dry eye differently feel like? For relief, prescription MyBo. One extra push and so we scheduled at SafeLight.com. We were able to track our technicians and knew exactly when he'd arrive. We could keep working. SafeLight came to us. Sam Kendrick replaced our windshield and installed new wipers to protect our new glass. That service on our time. SafeLight repairs. There are some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Lawyer provides tools that help you make the right investment and benefit choices so you can reach today's financial goals.
And there it is there, as you can see. Level 1, vocation hero, appearance B,
Getting a walk-in
personality Vamp,
someone you love. Now is
which
a
is
great
what I
time to
wanted,
look at getting a Safe Step walk-in tub. With Safe Step
and
with heated seats
that's
and
excellent.
new fast-fill faucet, you can enjoy a nice
Okay.
bath up to 20% faster.
We succeeded. Very happy about that. I was going crazy, doing different ways, other guides, this thing, for a day or so until I come across something, and boom.
$1,600 off.
Believe it or not, it was a UK page that has this. I put it in my guide as well. It's right down below on the recording. Right now I'm live, but on my recording I posted here. So I'll put everything right below it. Don't worry about that.
We got it. See if sparks are right for you at reddit.com/sparks.
Out here in the wild, tracking is a matter of survival. Right, here we have the elusive golden retriever. Without an attractive GPS tracker, she could disappear into the wilderness. Mrs. Johnson's
I just love games like this. Octopath Traveler was another one that was really good. I haven't played part 2 though.
know where they are and how they do. Right,
And if you want to go old school, Final Fantasy Tactics and all that's good too.
now 30% off.
Balance of nature has made a big difference in my life. I joined the CrossFit gym at 65, and it's one of the best things I did, right along with balance and nature. I started taking this product 2 years ago. I'm healthier, I'm happier, I've lost some weight, I've put on some muscle, and I give credit to balance and nature for that motivation to get back to the gym.
Get 50% off your first set as a preferred customer. Claim this offer by using discount code FOXNEWS.
5 more words.
Too many identities is bad. Tyrus is a study out of Georgetown and Harvard. Both of them had to do this. They came up with something called the identity expansion backlash theory, which, believe me, you don't need that many words. The gist is politicians who try to use inclusive group labels like Latinx are less likely to get support from those groups because people actually end up feeling excluded and vote against them. When you have to just said they could have just asked us.
Yeah, or anybody.
Yeah.
Let's try, for example. Hey, white with glasses, how are you today? You want to join my team? And be like, what? I have a name. You know me, Joe. Yeah, you pale skin. Yeah. I think it'd be really great if you and your guys voted for me.
I have Frizz already.
Call yourself with your pinkish skin tone. Pinky X. Hey guys, Pinky X, let's all come in. Not the darker white ones that have some miscegenation, not those ones. We just want the Pinky X one.
Yeah.
See, that sucks. No one likes that. No one's having a good time. Yeah, that's like African American. I've never been to Africa. I think
Cool.
so. It just comes back. Yeah, I'm anti-group. I hate that when they like the black vote. Again, it could be because I'm mouthy and talk a lot sometimes. I never get invited to the black meetings that we were voting for. So I just winged it and went with Trump. Turns out I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, the grouping stuff again. Studies from Harvard. Yeah. Be sure it wasn't plagiarized.
Yeah.
Joe. The study authors, though, they still had to shame people into accepting the Latinx label. They say that they argue that it's Republicans and anti-LGBTQ Latinos that are driving this shift towards Trump. So they're basically insulting the people for not embracing it.
They still don't get it, but
Yeah.
here's the thing that surprised me. I have never heard that word said.
Yeah.
I've only seen it written out because it's only discussed in these stupid publications that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was Latinx or Latinx.
Yes.
I didn't know. Because then if you make it more fun, if you're a skinny gay Hispanic guy, if you're Latinx, I don't know what it goes. It just goes to show it's just this classic white savior behavior where people think they all think they're Michelle Pfeiffer teaching in an inner city school where they're going to come in and change the people. People are white. Leave them alone. In Spanish, the language is gendered. A chair has a gender. The people want to have their gender. Leave them alone. And they end up falling back on stereotypes. And you should never stereotype Hispanic people, especially Puerto Ricans. Okay, we'll talk.
Red door.
I realized I had to change my Twitter profile to my pronouns are like he, him, apparently now Mickey X.
Blue door. With all those chests, holy fuck.
So much that the only group that the Democrat Party is left representing are these ivory tower elitists who have
Red door.
going on in the real world. The reason that Trump won this election is because hardworking Americans.
Once we get the key, we gotta come back here and go through this place.
We don't care what you look like. We don't care about any of this. All we care about is you believe in this country and you believe in the American dream. That's the most important thing.
The American dream was like a melting pot, but they were basically saying, separate all the ingredients out of the melting pot. And that's what they wanted.
Okay, but this is such a small group of people. I think that a lot of this has to do with overestimating. Only progressive activists talk like this. And I think that a lot of it's overestimating how many people are progressive activists and what the demographics of them are. I read a study recently that only 8% of people are progressive activists. Only 3% are black, 10% are Hispanic. Among progressive activists, 80% of them are white. So it's like people are shocked by this, but it's just because they don't get out there and meet people and see what the world outside of the internet is like.
Yeah, it's white women.
A lot.
You know what? It's your identity group.
No, it's not. I'm an individual.
I know. That was my point. You are an individual.
Well, they can repurpose the pink hats for PPS. Sorry, I'm a conservative. We always try to say it. I don't want to buy a new outfit. I'm just giving it. I'm glad I'm saving my
pink? Are we pink?
Greg, you're so pink.
Oh, red door.
There actually might be a
Couple pots back there too.
It's a little pink chair.
All right, I shall move on. Up next, going to computer brain diagnose pain.
Honey, I respect that. But that cough was pretty bad. Try this Robitussin.
The real honey you love, plus the powerful cough relief you need.
What if I work for your trash?
Robitussin with real honey and elderberry.
And I'm afraid we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman. Just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love. The future. The way you see it is solely dependent on where you sit. At XJ, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light music. With our groundbreaking LMX technology, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience.
Oh, red door. Fucking prick. Okay, no problem. We'll get to you. You too. This whole place is littered. Mini metal.
I've been a veterinarian for more than 50 years. And many pet foods could be active wheels ice cream. That's why I formulated Nature's Blend.
Now you can feed your dog that's real meat, vegetables, and fruit. Or push up the stickers to Try Dr. Marty is free. Go to drmartypets.com/TV. I've been using this product called Moose Lady, and I've been telling everybody about it because it's been life-changing to me. I go into a lot of things thinking it's not going to work, and I thought losing would be the same thing. But it wasn't. They're like, what are you doing? You took a great care look.
Mr. King. Too bad you only got $50 for me, you fucking cheap fuck. Who the fuck gives anybody $50 for anything? So it costs like 20 for a small potion? Can't buy shit with that. Not in 2024, buddy. So we should tell him. I guess. And goodbye. And goodbye.
When he fell into the mold of a cursed volcano, the world lost a great man. We wholeheartedly approve of your wish to follow in his footsteps and set forth on the path of adventure, for it is what he would have wanted. And only the child of such a hero as he can hope to save our world. The foe we face is dire indeed, the archfiend Baramos. Many of the peoples of this world do not recognize his name, and yet his fierce fervor will grow ever tighter. He must be stopped. No
Should we be
matter
concerned? You study all the 50 modern history shows that AI, that's short for artificial intelligence, software called ChatGPT actually did a better job at diagnosing illness from case histories than actual real human doctors. ChatGPT also outperforms doctors who were assisted by ChatGPT, suggesting that doctors actually don't add anything at all, and in fact, patients worse. That was my conclusion. Because they stopped giving me prescription medication, Joe. You know what that does to me. What do you make of this? It's weird, though, that they said even a doctor with the GPS does worse than HTTP. That the doctor was holding it back. Exactly.
It's still better than WebMD, which should have been called Cancer.com.
Yeah.
No matter what, I can look this thing up. I think this is
The basic equipment is way better than the $50, man. Let me tell you.
I had to go to urgent care.
said something he finished by saying, but I'm no doctor. And I thought, that makes me a little concerned. So I think this is a good sign.
It is funny, whenever you go to urgent care, they always, the only thing they always do is just go to the ER. And you go, but what are you here for? They just point you to NYU. You go, I came here so I didn't have to go to the emergency room.
And for that extra bit of nostalgia, I'm sticking Yangus in this fucking game. He's going to be my monster wrangler.
Glenn, do you think
Appearance A, of course. That's a male, yes. Yangus from Dragon Quest 8 or 7. 8, I think it is. On PS2. One of my classic favorite games to ever play in my lifetime. It was a pleasure playing that one, too, at the time. A long time ago.
I embrace that.
With no guide.
The reason our world is so much better than it was decades or centuries ago is because of technology. So I welcome this, and I'd love to see doctors work with technology like this to help save lives.
But, you know, I just don't think that like a AI should be able to give a fully thorough evaluation. The kind that I've come to expect from my daughter, even when I have a tonsillitis.
Gee, what a great question.
Do you appreciate having AI in your casework? I would love to just like have an access to that one. Like, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? Because I love writing it out. Well, I've always been so into like what's wrong with me. Like I used to read medical textbooks when I was like a little kid. And I used to, every time I started to recognize myself, I had either scarlet or rheumatic fever. That was before WebMD. Like, that was the book. So I feel like something just could be helpful to me because, you know, going to the doctor, you gotta get in the car and all that.
That's what it's designed for. Diagnosing your person from home so you don't have to get up and then sit in the waiting room and then catch something in the waiting room. It's always not a good thing, Tyrus.
We'll go through all of them in 1 second, okay? We'll do it now since it mentioned it. I'm going to memorize that conversation. Let me see. 91 total.
Your stats here, we have your blood work here. It turns out you're just lazy and fat. So a doctor's going to smooth that over and say, oh, you big bone. you know, eating a little less and walking in the car.
Okay, that Wayfarer's clothes.
Like, you should not.
Wayfarer's clothes are good. Cypher stick blows. Oaken Club's not bad.
You're having problems in your marriage.
Okay.
Well, drop the 3 kids that are hanging in your stomach off. She might like you better. And that's what it's going to tell
Let's
you.
see.
Not with my flair and charisma, of course. It's going to be very boring. So people are going to not want to go to the doctors because they're going to get the truth. And another thing, the other reason why it's not the doctor's fault that they're slow. It's because they have, I'm going to say it, I don't care. Women patients are the worst. And for those men who have to go in there with the wife, when she sees the doctor,
Well, they tell us the shit anyway throughout the game. Wait.
What about that? And by the time the doctor's like, you know what, you're here, take 2 of these, I'm out. That's the problem.
That's why they give so many drugs to women, just to get them out of there. A sexist would say. But not me. Not me. Don't go in, we'll be right back.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm not. Feel this, see what's behind.
My kids can't hide anything from me. Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up. New Charmin Ultra Strong has a dominant texture that's more durable and it cleans up. So
Excellent.
enjoy the Golden Charmin. Make this Christmas the year you go all in on joy.
You want to also keep your eye out for barrels and pots out of the ordinary, just sitting around. They usually got shit in them. Bags on walls too.
Plus free shipping.
What else have I seen? That's it so far. Haven't gotten very far. Just a few playthroughs, like in the beginning stuff, just to check it out and work through a few other builds. That didn't work. So. That's true. The old Dragon Warrior games, you couldn't use Chimera Wing in the dungeon because of the roofs. But now you can. No big deal.
Don't trust the unfiltered internet. Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best pros. We at Visiting Angel want to thank you for welcoming us into your home, no matter where that home may be. The challenge of aging doesn't go away. And for over 25 years, it's been our pleasure providing caregivers that we would have caring for our own mothers and fathers. Visiting Angel, where compassion meets commitment and love is our service.
Hey, Mr. Gizmo. I'll come through here later. I believe it's the end. Yeah. Okay. Save here.
Unlimited talk and text. Some weeks starting at just $20. All at Visual Consumer Center. Total Beat, America's best-selling Beats brand, is available at Walmart. Total Beats blood pressure support soft chews contain a key ingredient clinically shown to deliver blood pressure support. Take control of your blood pressure. Head to Walmart and get Total Beats blood pressure support soft chews today. For this unbelievable price. Diamond technology creates the hardest non-stick coating. It's 5 times harder. Potential safe. It passes blood clean. Again, unbelievable performance. Unbelievable price.
For gentle, dependable constipation relief, try Seneca. It works differently than the light sticks because it's made from the Senna plant, a natural vegetable active. Gentle, dependable, Seneca. Also available in delicious gummies. Slow it down.
A new driver, you need new insurance. Zebra compares over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Up to $400 a year. Oh, look, it's nice. The Zebra. We do the searching, you do the saving. The 2024 Fox Nation Patriot Awards.
evening, everybody. I'm Kevin Gordon for Trace Gallagher. 8 o'clock on the West Coast, 11 here in Washington. And this is America's Late News, Fox News at night. We're ranking tonight, and irony so thick you could cut it with a knife. New York DA Alvin Bragg refusing to drop the case against President Trump today, instead suggesting that his state delay Mr. Trump's sentencing for, wait for it,
Excellent. I love Camaro wings.
in 2029. Meantime, just yesterday, the very same justice system in New York allowed a mentally ill homeless man with 8 prior arrests to roam free and allegedly stab to death 3 innocent people. It seems clear where New York's priorities are. We will have more on this in just a moment. Meantime, in Los Angeles, that city's preparing for a Trump immigration standoff. City Council and the city mayor voted unanimously to adopt a sanctuary ordinance barring any city resources from assisting federal immigration enforcement. In fact, the LA Public School District there declaring its schools are immigration sanctuaries. That story is coming up. Also, what is going on in the sports world? Is it just me, or are you seeing the Trump dance everywhere? Professional athletes going from kneeling for the anthem to openly embracing the Trump dance. Jonathan Isaac, the only NBA player who refused to kneel back in 2020, gives his take on the cultural shift just ahead. First, President-elect Trump attended Elon Musk's SpaceX launch in Texas today as his shake. The senior White House correspondent Peter Lucy joining us live from West Palm Beach, Florida. Report. Hey, Peter.
Kevin, good evening. The president-elect's motorcade just got back to Mar-a-Lago after that trip to Texas, and before President Trump took off, he gave us a rare update about his cabinet selection, the most controversial back gates, because, of course, there are both Republicans and Democrats who remain skeptical about sexual abuse allegations.
Mr. President, are you reconsidering the nomination of Matt Gaetz?
No.
How far are you willing to go to get him confirmed?
A few more cabinet spots came off the board today. Linda McMahon is the Trump pick for Education Secretary. Possibly awkward, as there are some Trump allies who want to eliminate that entire department. Dr. Oz is the pick to lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS. Trump says Dr. Oz will work closely with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to take on the illness, industrial complex, and all the horrible chronic diseases left in its wake. And then the investor and transition co-chair, Howard Lutnick, is going to be the Commerce Secretary pick.
What
Trump
the hell?
will lead our tariff and trade agenda, with additional direct responsibility for the Office of the United States Trade Representative. Trump's trip to Brownsville was for SpaceX launch right next to the U.S.-Mexico border. He did not talk border policy, but his border czar, Tom Homan, did today, telling the New York Post that mass deportations will be aided by U.S. military, transportation, and administrative services. And down there in Texas, the land commissioner is also now offering 1,400 acres of border land right along the U.S.-Mexico border in the Rio Grande sector for the Trump administration to use to keep people as they are on their way out.
Kevin, interesting development there. Peter Ducey, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate that. Let's continue, meantime, the conversation about the Trump transition tonight with Fox News political analyst Gianno Caldwell and former Los Angeles GOP Vice Chair, Daily Wire actor Siaka Massaquoi. Listen, guys, this is an interesting story for a number of reasons, most notably because every day there's a new angle to this transition. But I want to begin this segment by talking about the president's budding relationship or friendship with Elon Musk, fellow billionaire, and someone who's obviously very supportive of the Trump 2024 campaign. Listen to this sound, and I'm going to get your reaction on the other side, Gianna.
And I don't know if you've gotten to know Elon yet, but he doesn't bring a chisel, he brings a chainsaw, and we're going to be taking it to that bureaucracy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
He went to Pennsylvania to campaign because he considered this more important than launching rockets at $4 billion. Elon Musk
Probably isn't going to like this sort of pressure on him both inside Mar-a-Lago and a social media campaign being mounted. He doesn't want to look like he's in the service of Elon Musk. Donald Trump doesn't really want to look like this puppet.
it's a curious thing, Gianna. You're talking about a couple of billionaires, big egos, but I think there is a friendship that is undeniable there. What say you about this budding relationship and or possible rift looking forward?
There's no rift between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Donald Trump is glad to have the support. He's one of the most brilliant and consequential entrepreneurs of our time. We know that he spent over $200 million for Donald Trump's campaign, and he has a pact that's going to continue to do work outside of this presidential election for 2024. They're looking at the midterms.
Premier Adventure Listing Services. Pals. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, as they usually do, Siaka. You know what I like best about it? I think Gianna really hit the nail on the head when you talk about trying to shrink the size of the government, make it more efficient, more effective. This is right up Elon Musk's alley here. I can't imagine that this could go south, and yet there are those who are trying to suggest or throw that out there. What say you?
Well, Trump being there today to be with Elon Musk is just an example.
Yangus, buddy, Monster Wrangler.
If you look at
Let's do it.
J.D. Vance is vice president to Matt Gates is DOJ to Peter Hegseth. We're seeing the fact that he's bringing in a new generation of leadership, and this is what the left lied to us and tried to say they were doing. He's actually doing it. He's uplifting and he's upholding.
Okay.
American people look at 2 years. We're going to be celebrating 250 years of this country's greatness. While one side wants to see our hurdles and our missteps as defining us, I think Trump and administration, who he's put together, is showing that no, we're greater because of those, because we've got through this American experiment. Far from over.
Well, this is going to be a great celebration in 2026. Very quickly,
Appearance A.
Axios, Gianno, get your thoughts on it. The headline says, "What Biden?"
Let's go for a shield for a head.
Interesting because, look, the guy's not even talking to the press right now, but there's still some things out there. Take a look at this list here and quickly give me your thoughts.
Color of the hair.
Yeah, this is a non-starter. Joe Biden needs to go back to the beach, which is where
Let's go blue.
the majority of his presidency. Let Donald Trump take over that America, a country that we all believe is greater than this other day.
You know what, Siaka, I look at USA for Ukraine. Obviously, that's the big one. Infrastructure, confirming judges, energy and climate projects. Pretty heady considering the brevity of time.
It looks like Biden and the Democrats, they got upset, they lost the game, and now they're going to flip the table so that all the pieces fall on the ground, and it's going to be up to Trump and his administration to clean it up. I say they're not going to stop doing what they're going to do. You saw that Secretary Blinken said that, hey, we're going to send as much money as possible up until January 20th. And so Elon and Vamp and Doge can't start quick enough. But like everything else, guys, let's just be patient and be ready to clean this thing up when we get in.
I have a feeling there are a lot of people out there that will agree with you. The sooner the better, right? Gentlemen, thank you so much.
I'll let you do it, man. There is ways to get Vamp as well on your whole team, on your other guys. But I think you need appearance B for that, and this appearance A here. So I'm not sure if it works with males at all. So let's see. Okay.
Meeting of the minds at Mar-a-Lago. Get some insight into the media firestorm following Joe and Mika's trek down south and the spectators watching. And just like the Bears beat the Alexa Hennig. Alexa, this is one of those stories. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Every day there's another angle to the story, and I know that they must feel like they've really been sort of attacked, and some would argue rightly so. Before I get into what some people are saying about the cabinet mix and the president-elect, let me get your take on Mika and Joe. Good move, bad move, and are they handling the firestorm well?
I actually really enjoy watching this, and I'm sure a lot of other people do, but it's actually shocking to watch that.
Yeah, it's always comical.
It's actually genuine. There's no way that they're like, okay, we've discovered that, we've been wrong this whole time. I think they elections are down 50%, and so they're going to try to play for that. And, you know, I was watching recently, so I didn't even know that the price of butter has gone up so much. So the reality
Okay.
is
Let's go with Gizmo, the name of my dog. You hear me talking to when I look down around here sometimes.
I gotta get your take on it. I know
2009, so 15 years.
been very misguided. They want the viewership back. Of course, they want to become.
He's a small guy, so he lasts a long time, man. I'm just not sure how long. More the merrier.
Exactly. They want that influence back. But I will say, on the fundamentals,
But I had a large dog in Newfoundland. My parents did actually back in the days. Only lasted about 9, 8, I think it was 7 years. Somewhere around there. Large dog, massive dog. Shit, let's go with Gizmo. We need a priest and a thief.
lip service indeed. Real quick, want to share this from the USA Today. This is interesting.
We definitely need a priest. And Gizmo is male, my dog. We'll make him male and then another female. That way it'll be 2 and 2. That would be fair. Okay. He's got the white beard. I like the old guy here with the white beard, the big hat.
People want. This is who he's choosing. They put his trust. They put their trust in him, and yeah, I mean, they need to get on board.
Get on board or get out of the way.
This also shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. These are the people who have been around Trump over the past couple of years of his campaign. They're people who were surrogates for him, showing up at his rallies. Some of them were members of his campaign. Yeah. So these names shouldn't shock anybody. The only reason they're surprising to the left and to some establishment is because they're going to potentially lose their grip on the government bureaucracy with these upending picks that want to fundamentally transform the way the government works, which is not in service of the American people.
Let me follow up, though. I think you made a good point, Alexa. At the end of the day, the president is entitled to his picks, to say the least. But I think the real question is, can they withstand the heat? And will he stand by them? You think he will?
Absolutely. And just like Amber said, it is his responsibility and his mandate to select these people. And it shouldn't be a surprise. Like, this is exactly, no one should be surprised by that.
Okay.
That's exactly what he's thinking, and that's why the people want him. And that's why
Oops.
and, you know, these cabinet picks, they make people nervous because they hold a monopoly in Washington right now, and the American people don't want that.
People don't want disruption in this town. Very quickly, I want to also get this from you. There was a reporter today who actually was asking President Biden, we haven't heard anything from the presidency, actually, other than the pleasantries at the Oval, about talking to people, talking to reporters. Let's get some reaction. Listen to this, and we get your reaction on the other side.
No, I'll make a thief. Gypsy. His sister. That's dead. I think it was last year.
Okay, I know we're out of time.
I don't think so. Why wouldn't he? Hasn't done his old presidency. It's the media may hate Trump, but they love the access that he gave. He was the most successful president in modern history. They're going to be very excited for those gaggles come a few months.
Thief. That's for sure. Let's see, it'll be female thief.
I'm reminded of the picture of him turning his back on reporters after making remarks at the White House. That's a lasting image, and that's more of what we saw just there. Ladies, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell facing some tough questions on Capitol Hill today about her organization's alleged discrimination against Trump supporters in post-hurricane damage assessments. Correspondent Mark Marriott joining us live here in Washington with more on that story. Thanks for joining us.
I like that.
Kevin, good to be with you. The FEMA Administrator should be back on Capitol Hill tomorrow to explain why her agency needs billions more dollars to help the survivors of Hurricane Helene and Milton. As you mentioned today, she's facing repeated questions about whether her employees are going out
Make you blonde.
on their political beliefs.
I think I use RNG with making my guys, right? I don't know. I didn't want to make them wrong.
Following other directives. Today, House Republicans urged FEMA to take a good, long, hard look at its actions.
The same employer announced on TV that this was not a national news event. And that FEMA essentially treats the homes of President Trump supporters as if they were homes of people with vicious dogs. This is unacceptable. Americans demand...
Strength is low on you.
FEMA's administrator told Congress this was an isolated incident and not a true reflection of FEMA's behavior.
Regardless if you are in the union to discriminate against a disaster survivor because of a political sign on your wall. It's not who you are.
The administrator says she supports FEMA's Inspector General looking into this matter, but that as of now, investigation has not been launched. But there are still a lot of questions up on the list of expert Kevin just about this specific. All good, my man. Appreciate you spending time tonight, Mark. We'll see you again a little bit later. Mark Meredith in Washington. Let's take a deeper dive into the biggest legal question of the day, which was President Tom Fitton. Listen, I'm frustrated. I think for the people there, it is an outrage that people be skipped just because they have decided supporting one candidate or another. I just can't believe that's actually happening. They have to answer questions for this time. This is an outrage. Let me share this from the Washington Times. It's an op-ed from Paulina Luna. It says this: families that should have received critical resources are still waiting for help. For those affected, this is not about politics, but survival. The idea that aid is withheld because of political affiliation is a slap in the face to every American who believes in fairness and equality under the law.
Well, you know, for years, the Biden administration, and even before that, had equated Trump support with terrorism. And the media is pushing it, and you see it with the FBI, you see it with military training. And so it's no surprise that a major government agency like FEMA would incorporate that into its decisions of who they aid to. And they have this narrative. Oh, it's dangerous for Trump supporters to question FEMA. So therefore, let's not have FEMA provide any aid and comfort to alleged Trump supporters in their time of dire.
No weapons for you guys, eh?
And it's clear based on the woman who was initially fired, with the whistleblower coming forward, and of course it makes sense that there was this agency-wide directive or understanding that Trump supporters were wrong, so therefore let's not even bother that.
Okay.
I'm still stunned because at the end of the day, you have a responsibility to all Americans. They're taxpayers too, whether you like who they voted for or not. I don't think this is the end of this story, Tom. Speaking of, I don't think this is the end of this story as well. Alvin Bragg wants to make President Trump wait for years before he decides whether or not to go through with the end of this particular case or sentencing. Let me share one of your great colleagues, Jonathan Turley's thoughts on it, and get your reaction on the other side.
You cannot have a local district attorney treat a city president like a freak on the leash, where he just is able to say that I will finish this work once you're out of office. It elevates the district attorney to a grotesque level.
A grotesque level, and my concern is, and has been for quite some time, and you and I talked about this off camera, turnabout becomes fair play. And I don't want to see some DA and detective football.
Let's see. It's about an hour, so we'll cut off here. Excellent. We'll catch you guys on the next episode, alright? Stay tuned. It's going to be good. This one's going to be a good one. I can just feel it in my bones.
The big issue is whether this case should exist at all here on the Supreme Court. And you know, and the idea that Bragg did much on the whole